So we have more evidence that Picard is just not doing very well. And it's kind of sad. There was a lot of opportunity with this show. This could have been an amazing show. And it's just not very good. I lost a lot of interest in it. And it seems most people are as well. And it's kind of hurting CBS's stock. Their stock is down. I talked about this in my last video where I talked about Picard. And I really do think that some of the bad Star Trek press is causing this, because what else is really surrounding CBS right now? You know, here's the big thing right now: streaming. We are in the streaming wars. You know, there's been a lot of, competition for formats back in the day, and this is the current one. I think back to this is before my time, but there was VHS Betamax, and then, more recently, not that long ago, we had Blu-ray versus HD DVD, which really wasn't as big a deal probably as VHS Betamax, but the streaming wars is going to definitely be the future of stuff. And what really pushes your platform is the original content you have. That really needs to be good enough to get people to come to your platform and pay for that service. And Star Trek is what CBS All Access was hanging their hat on. And it's not working out for them. I really think that service is probably not going to be around much longer, because if you can't get people to sign up for a show starring the captain during The Next Generation, you got problems. This is an issue. And their stock is down again, and it keeps going down. It's circling the drain as we speak. And I wonder, this is a hypothetical. If Picard was doing better, I wonder if their stock would be doing better, because streaming is big, big business. And make no mistake, one of the reasons that they threw so much money at this show to try to make it a huge success. And I don't even know what they're paying Patrick Stewart to come back and do this show. Probably a boatload of money. It's got to be a humongous paycheck. They did that to make their streaming service big. That's for sure the reason that they did that. That's why it's only available on the streaming service. So that's a big part of it. And I think that's one of the reasons why their stock is going downhill, is because their streaming platform, most people, I don't even think know it exists. You know what I'm saying? I don't think people even know that platform exists. I don't see it sticking around too much longer. I really don't. This show is not getting any buzz. Nobody other than a couple of us YouTubers are even talking about it. No one cares about it. And I would probably think that no one cares about CBS All Access either. So what's going on here? Well, Star Trek Picard viewership plummets over 500,000 in Canada. And this is just in Canada, but it's still a big market. And it's just more evidence that the show's just not doing very well. So Star Trek Picard viewership has plummeted over 500,000 viewers in Canada in just 5 episodes, which I think is concerning. This comes from a firm that looks at broadcast measurement and consumer behavior data over in Canada. And losing that many people between episodes, you're on Doctor Who levels now. But the difference between Picard and Doctor Who is Doctor Who has millions of people watching it. I don't know what the total is for Picard. I would just take a guess of 1 million or so people are watching it in Canada. I would say probably at least 1 million people or so are watching it over here in America. And then, what the numbers are throughout the world, that's unknown. But I think the show is only on CBS All Access in North America. I think throughout the world, it's on Netflix and stuff. I'm not sure on that. I could be wrong. I swear I read that somewhere, but I could be wrong there. So don't quote me on that. I'm guessing. So we went from episode 5's latest numbers, which showed 1.309 million viewers. It was the 16th most popular show in Canada between February 17th to February 23rd. The show originally debuted in Canada with 1.851 million viewers on January 23rd. That's a pretty big deal. pretty big deal. And here's the thing. So this is what I really wanted to talk about. So they're losing all of those people. You're going to hear on the heels of Star Trek Picard on CBS All Access, which broke our records for total streams and subscriber signups, according to the CEO of Viacom CBS. Their earnings report also noted in January the premiere of Star Trek Picard on CBS All Access broke internal records for total streams and subscriber signups. That's a big deal. So they got a lot of people that signed up, but what I would like to know is how many people have left. Because I canceled my CBS All Access. I already went and canceled it. I have no interest in this show anymore. I'm done with it. And if this is what they can do with Star Trek, I'm out. It doesn't feel like Star Trek at all. And I'm not even a huge Star Trek fan. I liked the first JJ movie. I didn't like the sequels, but the first one I did like. So I'm someone that will go along with the ride as long as I like it. I don't like this Star Trek coming out of CBS. It just doesn't feel like Star Trek at all. I don't like all of the swearing and all this stuff. It doesn't fit the universe. And I think a lot of people are tuning in and feel the same way. And that's why you're seeing a dip. That's why you're seeing such a big dip. So I wonder how many people are canceling the service. That's a really interesting question. So they would go on to tout the health of the Star Trek franchise and indicate they plan on expanding on it. We're now taking the hashtag Star Trek franchise and extending it across the house. However, given the rapid attrition of Canadian viewers from Picard, it's safe to assume that CBS All Access is more likely facing similar results. If Star Trek Picard is facing the rapid loss of audience, one has to wonder just what the viewership numbers for Star Trek Discovery are, especially given that CBS touted the show broke records for total streams. And then here's the real indicator. The stock market doesn't seem to be too confident in Viacom CBS at the moment. While it's not specifically related to Star Trek, it does affect the company overall. The stock price plummeted from $35 a share to $21 on March 5th, and the trend indicates it will continue to decline. That is a huge drop. From $35 to $21 is a huge, huge drop. I don't think that stock is going back up. And I think they talked about doing a Pike show. That's why you see him in that picture right there. I don't see that show doing very well either. It's too bad like we couldn't get these because these shows all could be great under like competent Star Trek writers. If you could just get some people in there that know what they're doing. I don't know. But I wonder, is the dropping of viewership in this show hurting their stock? That's the real question I have from this. Are these related? I think they are. Because if this show is getting great press, everyone was loving this show. It was trending. You had good trend impressions. Bounded into Comics did a great write-up on that too, talking about how the impressions for Picard on Google were just gone. No one's talking about it. If this show had healthy impressions, high ratings, people were just all abuzz about it, I believe their stock would be going up because that means that their streaming service would be becoming more viable. But if you have a bad streaming service, which is the future, because I don't know if movie theaters are going to make it. Movie theaters might go out of business and become like a super, super niche thing that you like have to drive an hour to go to one because very few exist. And I don't even know what they're going to show. I think movies are going to become exclusive to streaming platforms in the future. So if you don't have a strong streaming service, I don't know. I'm just speculating. But nonetheless, Star Trek Picard's doing bad. And that's a shame, man. This show could have been so good. Anyway, that's it. Just wanted to talk about this stuff. What do you guys think? What are your thoughts on this? I'd like to hear what you have to say. Also, share the video if you would. Throw a like up. Make sure you're still subscribed. Subscribe if you're new. Hit that notification bell. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace. Also, if you want to help support the channel, check out my Teespring store. There's a link in the description. You can find some merchandise in there that you might want to check out. Also, take a moment, make sure you're still subscribed to the channel. There's something going on right now, and they've been unsubscribing people. So just take a second and double check on that and subscribe if you're new.